Here's a GRE arithmetic problem. Let's take a look. Ahmed invests 60% of his portfolio in domestic assets and 40% in foreign assets. Last month, his domestic assets appreciated in value by 20%, but the overall value of his portfolio was unchanged. By what percent did his foreign assets decline? All right. Well, let me point something out about this problem. We're only talking in terms of percents or shares or fractions, right? They don't give us any actual values. They don't say, he has a portfolio of $1 million. Now, because the numbers are vague, or I should say we're only talking about percents or shares, we can use any number we want, right? The correct answer to this problem will still be the correct answer whether we're dealing with $1 million or $100. And if you don't believe me, you can try it out on your own after we're done with this. So what I'm going to do here is just pick some numbers, right? I'm going to say that he has a $100 portfolio. Maybe make it 100 million if you want to be nice to him, right? But he invests $60 in domestic assets, and that means that $40 go to foreign assets. Okay, now the domestic part of his portfolio increases by 20%. So what does that mean? Well, I can calculate this in many different ways. People have their own ways of calculating percent change. My preferred way to do it is to multiply 60 by 1.2. That makes it a 20% increase. If you would prefer to kind of do it the two-step way of saying, okay, what's 20% of 60? Add it back on, go for it. That's totally fine. What you find, however you do this, is that the new value of the domestic assets is 72. But what did it tell us about his overall portfolio? It says the overall portfolio was unchanged. So that means that the foreign assets had to decline to get us back to 100. So, right, because I'll just point this out, the overall value of his portfolio was $100. So if he has $72 in domestic assets, how many dollars in foreign assets does he have if everything needs to add up to 100? Well, it has to be 28, right? So 72 plus 28. He now has $28 in foreign assets. This was a decline from $40. So I started out at 40. I went down to 28. How much of a decline is that? Well, again, there are many, many ways to do this. I'm going to use the traditional formula, which is new minus old over old times 100. Right? And if you're not familiar with this, you should review your percent changes. So the new value is 28. 28 minus 40 is negative 12 over 40. Negative 12 over 40 is negative 0.3. Multiply that by 100, you get negative 30. So that's a decline of 30%. For more GRE tips and tricks or to sign up for my online course, follow the link on my profile.